Hi. Hey everyone, so before I mentioned that this was going to be a big one, I'm basically going to say this straight out. We are on the precipice of seeing some incredibly huge reform that's going to happen to public education. Do me a favor, sub and share to anyone who might be even remotely related to public education. The more that people know about this, probably the better. I've been putting together pieces from different school boards, government initiatives, and the news that we hear from the Ministry of Education. It is my understanding, that the provincial government, who brought in the 4 e-learning courses, are trying to take complete ownership and control of those 4 e-learning courses. Essentially what they're trying to do is low-key take control of a portion of public education and make it theirs, which means it's going to be privatized. It's straight out of fiction novels. How are they doing this? Well, the first step is going to involve getting every student to enroll through their particular government-affiliated website, not a school board or any non-biased third-party website. Unless a course is regulated by the school board or any non-biased third-party organization, the government will be able to do whatever they want with those 4 courses. Why is this a big deal? Well, that means the government has complete monopoly over a portion of public education. In case you're still not sure, here's an example of how that might be good for some students. The government can make the courses secretly really easy. Students will be able to do very well, get really high marks, set themselves up for really prestigious bursaries or scholarships or whatever funds that they can get to apply for university. The government will look good and say, see, we knew what we were doing. F all the haters. Students learn better this way. See this incredible success. All our research is correct. We are doing a good job for the students. And the education system is not broken. Basically, it's a political move that benefits both the government and, temporarily, the students that are involved. Only until they get to university, pay incredible tuition fees, and then realize, wow, we are not prepared compared to those who are coming in from outside of Ontario. That's the realization that public education has officially failed you. But some people might still argue that's actually a good thing. At least you're getting into university, at least you're getting some money from bursaries and scholarships and whatnot. Fine. Here's a better example of how this could be bad for the students. If the government has full reign over these 4 e-learning courses, they can start arbitrarily charging a small fee for online enrollment. Like, have you ever changed your cell phone plan or even cell phone providers, and every time you switch or even get a new phone number, they're just like, oh, there's a processing fee for $35 just because, you know, we have to do work for you. Or like, for example, have you ever picked up the phone and said to your internet service provider, hey, I want to increase my service because I got too many machines, I got too many things I'm streaming, there's too many members in the family or whatever. And they're like, yeah, no problem. So your monthly fee is now this. But there's also a one-time service charge because we're doing some administrative work for you. In the same way, the government can do just that when they have full control over the online registration process. So every single teenage student who is enrolling in one of their 4 e-learning courses this year, the government can say, oh, there's a one-time annual fee for the processing of your enrollment, which is automated, probably, for enrolling in this course. And so, hey, here's an online payment method of Visa, debit, or blah, 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 blah. Doesn't that sound like another amazing source of income for the government who's trying to reduce their provincial debt anyways? Let's say if they're charging $35 as a processing fee for every single student, and every single teenage student has to do it every year, do the math. There's a bit over 1 million teenage students in Ontario currently. Multiply that by $35 per teenage student. That's $35 million every year. Instantly, you realize this online learning course bit is a lot more than meets the eye. I'm obviously oversimplifying, and I'm sure there's a lot more going on than what I'm talking about. But that's just it. The government being vague and not fully transparent about the entire process and how it's being implemented makes me feel like all of this confusion, all of this vague sort of mysteriousness is actually intentional. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to imagine all the different possibilities and the outcomes of what this could be. I mean, not all are bad, but most don't seem to be very good. All you hear in the media is for e-learning courses for everyone. So what I'm trying to say is, in modern slang terms, everyone, whether teacher, parent, child, student, whatever, needs to stay woke on what's happening right now, what the government is not trying to tell you, and what that actually means for you and me. To the government, it might be about money, but for someone like me as a teacher, it actually is about jeopardizing the educational standards of our future generation. Pay attention to education and what the government isn't telling you. Form your opinion, and whatever your opinion is, whether it's good, bad, for or against, or whatever, be able to argue it, be able to defend it, and if someone else has a good point, consider it. And if I may shamelessly beg you, please fight the movement of privatizing education. Ask around, open a discussion, but above all else, do not stay ignorant and uninformed. Okay, that's all I have for now. Thumbs if you liked it, if you loved it, sub, and share, especially for people who may not know what e-learning courses are about or what for e-learning courses might mean for you and me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.